Good evening, I'm Prasad and this is KiniNews. A new day and another title loss for Kajang Prison's most well-known inmate, Najib Abdul Razak. But fans of Bosku need not worry. You can still continue calling him Datuk Seri because he still has the titles from 7 other states for now. Another state has stripped convicted former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak of his honours. The latest to do so is Penang. The state governor Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak stripped Najib of the Darjah Utama Pangkuan Negeri title, which carries the Datuk Seri honorific. A statement by Acting State Secretary Mohd Zakuan Zakaria cited Najib's conviction and sentencing as the reason behind the move. Najib was awarded the title in 2009. The former premier is currently serving a 12-year jail sentence after the federal court upheld his conviction over the SRC international case involving 42 million ringgit. On Monday, Najib and his wife Rosmah Mansor, who had also been convicted for corruption, had their titles from Selangor stripped. The couple also had their titles from Negeri Sembilan stripped in 2018. However, they still have numerous Datuk Seri titles from other states. Najib still has 7 from Pahang, Perak, Melaka, Kedah, Perlis, Sabah and Sarawak. Malaysia today lost perhaps one of its most iconic politicians as Samy Vellu, likes of which we may never see again in this lifetime, especially from MIC. Former MIC President and Cabinet Minister S. Samy Vellu has died at age 86. It is learned that he died peacefully at his home in Kuala Lumpur this morning. Former Health Minister Dr. S. Subramaniam, who is also a former MIC President, shared the news on his Facebook page. According to MIC's website, Samy began his political career at the age of 23 in 1959. He joined the party's Batu Caves branch and climbed the ladder until he became party president in 1979, a position he then held for over 30 years until 2010. He first won the Sungai Siput parliamentary seat in 1974 and retained it for 8 terms until March 2008 when he lost the seat in the 12th general election. Samy served as a member of the federal administration under 3 prime ministers, namely Hussein On, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and Abdullah Badawi. He will be cremated at the DBKL crematorium in Shiraz at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Malaysia Kini is offering a special subscription promotion in conjunction with Malaysia Day from September 12 to 19. You can redeem the promotion by scanning the QR code or by using the code KiniTV 916. Now back to our program. The meeting between UMNO's top 5 to discuss when GE15 should be held may not be happening after all. Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob announced that a meeting of UMNO's top 5 leaders, which was set for this Saturday, has been postponed. He said he does not know the reason of the postponement nor when it will be held next. During a meeting at the Majestic Hotel in Kuala Lumpur last night, he told the media that his meeting to discuss the date of the next general election was off the table. Ismail Sabri added that the party Secretary General Ahmad Mazlan will announce the next date. Yesterday, UMNO's Deputy President Muhammad Hassan said the party's Supreme Council will meet to decide whether to negotiate with PAS over GE15. There appears to be some communication breakdown between the armed forces and the Ministry of Defence. 2 conflicting dates on the delivery of the LCS. However, the armed forces version has been retracted, according to a ministry official. Here's what started the confusion. The Malaysian Armed Forces and the Defence Ministry are offering conflicting dates on the delivery of the littoral combat ships to the Navy. In an interview on Tuesday, Armed Forces Chief Afendi Buang said 5 of the 6 LCS were scheduled for delivery in January 2026, September 2026, May 2027, January 2028 and September 2028. However, several major news organizations have withdrawn the online versions of their report on Afendi's interview. At the time of writing, Bernama TV's report citing the same was still accessible. Bernama is the government's official news agency. Malaysia Kini is attempting to contact Afendi's office for comments on the matter. The timeline offered by Afendi was different from that stated by Defence Minister Hishamuddin Hussein last month. On August 6th, the Defence Minister told the Dewan Negara that the first LCS would be delivered in 2 years. When quizzed by reporters on August 17th, Hishamuddin did not reveal a timeline for the other 5 ships. According to Bernama, Hishamuddin told reporters yesterday that the timeline has not changed, but was short on specifics. Malaysia Kini is contacting Hishamuddin's office on the specifics of the timeline. The delivery of the LCS has become a major sore point for the Defence Minister. Long gone are the days Hadi Awang stood on the same stage with Anwar Ibrahim, Lim Guan Eng and Lim Kit Siang holding hands. Like most breakups, now the past leader can't seem to stand his former partners. Past President Abdul Hadi Awang today reiterated that the Islamist Party will not form any partnership with Pakatan Harapan. He said this includes partnership through the so-called Big Ten approach in the next general election. In a Minda President Pass article today, Hadi said Harapan is not capable of doing justice to all the people, despite the coalition having component parties that use Keadilan and Amanah as a name. Hadi claimed that Harapan is unable to be fair because many of its leaders are non-believers and immoral. According to the Marang MP, when Harapan contested in the 14th general election in 2018, he had openly taken in bribe givers and bribe takers. He explained that most of those who committed party hopping did not do it because of principles, but because they were after all the lies and empty promises. Hadi also claimed that Harapan practices the politics of vengeance, where it allegedly made statements publicly that interfered with the country's administration and the judiciary. He added that in Harapan, there are those who are openly anti-Islam against the royal institution, the Rukun Negara and the federal constitution. Thus, Hadi stressed that Harapan must be rejected as it poses a bigger political threat to the country. The Prime Minister was also asked about the alleged political interference in NST. While he did not address the question directly, he assured that his government will continue to guarantee freedom of the press. Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob has reaffirmed the government's commitment to uphold press freedom. This comes amid alleged political interference in the country's oldest English newspaper, New Straits Times. Speaking to reporters last night, he said the government has never interfered in newsroom operations.
Saya dah kata, media mempunyai kebebasan. Kebebasan. Kita beri kebebasan yang sepenuhnya kepada media asalkan laporan itu tepat dan bertanggungjawab. Kalau selagi laporan itu laporan yang sahih, bukan fitnah, tidak bertanggungjawab, tentu tidak akan ada masalah dengan kerajaan. Dari segi undang-undang pun tak langgar peraturan, no issue. Jaminan lah, jaminan kebebasan media tu. Ya, saya sentiasa memberi jaminan kepada kebebasan akhbar di negara kita.
He was asked about concerns raised by press groups over reports of alleged political interference within NST, which was said to involve high-ranking UMNO politicians. The UMNO Vice President, however, declined to comment on the alleged interference. Malaysia Kini understands that a petition signed by NST staff was handed to Ismail Sabri at the event. NST on Tuesday announced that veteran journalist Farah Nazkarim will be taking over from Ahmad Mansor as the publication's group editor effective today. With Curry expected not to defend his Rembau parliamentary seat, many are speculating where he'll go next, and one possible seat appears to be in Kedah. Alor MP Chan Ming Kai says it's logical for Khairi Jamaluddin to vie for the parliamentary seat in Kedah in the next general election. The PKR lawmaker said the health minister had lightheartedly mentioned moving to Kedah during a conversation in June last year. Chan said when he texted Khairi over some official matters, the minister joked that he happened to be in Kedah for a ministerial function, as well as to check if there is any place for him to contest in the state. Chan then told Khairi that if it comes to Alor, he would be a great opponent. Therefore, Chan said he was not surprised to read media reports that the incumbent Rembau MP would contest in Alor, which has been a traditional MCA seat. Although he is popular, the PKR MP said it would be difficult for the minister to take over UMNO's current seats as he was not part of the party's leadership. He said if Khairi had influence in UMNO, he could move to seats held by his father-in-law, former Premier Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, such as Kepala Batas or Tasik Gelugo. However, Chan said UMNO has warlords everywhere and they won't let go of their seats. Chan also pointed out that Khairi never expressed interest in contesting the Seremban seat, as it was merely a suggestion from UMNO's division leaders. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media. Do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. Don't forget to use our special promo code KiniTV916. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.